When we look at the details intricately woven in our lives, we could ask, what could the Lord be possibly communicating to us? Good day, brothers and sisters. My name is Ayana Dalangin, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. Today's gospel is taken from Luke 1, verses 26 to 38. This is the annunciation of Angel Gabriel to Mary, our mother, where she gave her wholehearted yes to be the mother of Jesus Christ. And we look at the details surrounding this scene, that her cousin Elizabeth was also pregnant in her old age, to prove that there is really nothing impossible with God. And also how it was communicated to Joseph, and how the whole scene of having their family set apart for the purpose of the Lord for them. And also today is the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And I also like to go into detail at the intricate things surrounding this apparition. So it was in 1531 that Mary apparition to a peasant named Juan Diego. He was an Aztec converted to Catholicism. And Aztecs, they have a religion that is very barbaric and involves human sacrifice. And the Spanish tries to convert them. But there was a revolt because they didn't want to succumb to that new religion, and even the plans of violence were in the works. And it was really in this messy scene that a Mary, our mother, apparition to Juan Diego. And he asks him to make a chapel in that hill, in Tepeyac Hill. Juan Diego first resists, asks her to choose somebody else, and she doesn't. She chose him. Finally, he goes to the bishop, and the bishop does not believe such a thing. So you could see that Juan Diego could be very confused, does not know what to do. And then his uncle got severely ill, and he was delaying what Mary, our mother, was asking him to do. In fact, he was trying to look for some help for his uncle, and he really tries to go the other way, resisting the path that leads him to Tepeyac Hill, where he saw Mary. And yet Mother Mary was not deterred. He came down from the hill and met him there, and she said, "Am I not your mother?" And she also assured that his uncle was healed. Both of them go to the hill and orders him to get flowers and bring it to the bishop. Now, we could note the detail here. It was winter, and yet there were flowers. And when Juan Diego showed these flowers, brought in his cloak called the tilma, he laid it down before the bishop. First, the bishop was surprised because these were Castilian roses that was native to where the bishop was from and could not be found in Mexico. But what's even more baffling is the detail of the image of the Virgin Mary, colorfully inscribed in the tilma of Juan Diego. And even now, just the miracle of that tilma being preserved from 1531 is even a scientific miracle, they say. But even the detail of what's imprinted in that tilma is amazing in itself. The eyes of Mary imprinted there, if looked through some microscope, could be seen a very significant image, almost reflecting like a human eye, in the scene of where the bishop and Juan Diego was speaking. The mantle that covered Mary had stars that, when laid out, formed a constellation that can be seen in Mexico in that day of the apparition. Her hands were clasped in prayer, saying that she is not God. She is praying to God. And in this way, we remember that we do not worship Mary, we venerate her. for being the mother of Jesus Christ. And even the flowers in her clothes really was speaking to Aztecs about the presence of this son that she carries in her womb. The black ribbon in her belly signifies that she was pregnant. It was significant to Spaniards. And even the moon which she stood reflects the prophecy in Revelation that a woman will stand in the moon. You know, all these details and even more beautiful and baffling details speak of the presence of God and the message that he tries to convey to the Aztecs. Eventually, the Aztecs convert to Catholicism because of the details of this way of communicating. If you look at the details intricately woven in our lives, it speaks of the presence of God. It speaks of the message that he wants us to convey. What could the Lord be trying to speak to you? Today, let us open our hearts and receive him. Our Lady of Guadalupe, pray for us. If you have been inspired by this short reflection, please like and share it to a friend. Have a good day.